Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks the question, what can the kids watch? The Shallows from 2016. That's 10 years old. This film is 10 years old.
It is.
That's worrying. Directed by, let's get his name right, Jaume Colette Sema. Jaume Colette Sema. Jaume Colette Sema.
You've said it 3 times. Do you think he'll appear in the bathroom or something?
I hope so. Well, not in the bathroom. That would feel...
Well, it's where there's water.
It wouldn't feel polite though. Not a bad filmmaker. I like some of his work.
What else has he done?
He did Orphan, which is it is good, but Orphan is a very, very hard watch. And not as good as the second Orphan, which has more fun with the concept. I say a second one. It's actually a prequel. It's called Orphan First Kill. That one is actually genuinely enjoyable, whereas the first Orphan is kind of just horrible, which I like horrible, but it's a bit much. He also did Jungle Cruise, which I haven't seen, but he did do Black Adam, which a lot of people absolutely hate, and I really enjoyed it.
Is that the one with The Rock?
It is, yeah. It's his attempt to crash the DC cinematic universe, and he wanted to usurp Henry Cavill's throne as not to be Superman, but be a character stronger than Superman. And unfortunately, this director got pulled along into all that bullshit. But it's not a bad film. It's okay. Like I think we're going to discuss now with The Shallows. Mm-hmm. He doesn't make masterpieces or anything like that, but he does make enjoyable, serviceable work. I think that is very fair of him. He's yet to pull something out of the bag that I would say has altered cinema. But then, to be fair, how many directors have altered cinema? You know, he's very stylish, he's got a good eye, and he's made some, in my opinion, some okay films.
I mean, The Shallows, how do you even begin to make it? It must be a lot of CGI.
Well, I mean...
The shark's CGI.
The shark is definitely CGI, yeah. But it's... Once again, it's a word I'm going to keep using to describe him, because I think it's fair. He's very stylish. Mm-hmm. And I would say The Shallows is... As far as I can tell from what I have seen of his work so far, I would say The Shallows is his most stylish. And I wonder if that is because basically it's a single location, and he's could fall into repetitious shots, but he keeps it fresh, constantly interesting. The surfing stuff looks brilliant. Mm-hmm. The scene where Blake Lively's dragged underwater for a short spell and the water completely becomes red with her blood, that is superb. Yeah, I think he's a very stylish filmmaker. Let's just quickly give a little bit of a plot synopsis, even though I hate them. So Blake Lively's character, when she was in her mother's tummy, and her mother was pregnant, that's another way of saying that, the mother went to this beach, this beautiful idyllic beach in part of Mexico, and there's a photograph taken of her pregnant, and she's pregnant with Blake Lively. Many years later, the mother has passed on. It's cancer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always cancer. Not eaten by a shark, as I think one of our kids thought was what had happened to her.
Well, Blake's out for revenge.
Yeah.
She doesn't know there's any sharks at this beach.
No, to be fair, she doesn't. So she goes to the same beach where her mother had this picture taken.
Like a pilgrimage.
Yeah, and she's sort of having... It seems like because she's training to be a doctor, and she seems like she's having a little bit of a crisis, a confidence crisis, and maybe doesn't want to fully go into being a doctor. Maybe she's procrastinating. Maybe she's pushing it to one side. I feel this is something I have to do first. It also feels suggestive to me that she might have been more on track and then her mother died. And I think that felt like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like that has knocked her confidence a little. The way her dad speaks to her about her mother on the phone calls feels a bit like, oh, they couldn't save my mother, so what's the point in being a doctor, sort of thing. None of this is outright said, but this is how it feels. So she's come for this surfing trip.
And she's there alone because her mate ran out on her because she's got laid, hasn't she?
Yes, she has, and she's hungover as well.
Yeah, so
she has gone alone, and it's the sort of thing you should always do with a buddy.
Yeah, go to a beach that you don't know the name of.
Yes.
And yeah, alone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a first mistake, isn't it? I mean, the guy that takes her there seems to be a nice local.
Yeah, but who's to say he doesn't turn out to be a bad person?
Yeah.
So
if you're going travelling, go with a travelling buddy. Do not do it on your own.
Yes. John Pertwee, the third Doctor Who, John Pertwee, he used to go diving a lot. And I once saw in a filmed Q&A, he was talking about diving. And the one thing I always remember him saying is, if you're going to go diving, always go with a buddy.
I mean, that is a given rule, though, with diving, because you can't really do it on your own.
Yeah, but he was talking to a room full of people that have possibly never left their bedroom except for that convention.
Okay. Oh, no.
No. It's different now because
know.
nerd culture has inherited the earth. But this Q&A would have been back in like 1992, 91 sort of time.
Okay.
When
before the nerd revolution.
Yeah, what you thought of as a nerd was exactly the type of nerd that you got back then. Lots of trousers hiked up too high, vicious acne, NHS glasses, broken of course, and held together with elastoplast.
Okay.
The last fanny they'd seen was the one that came out of when they were born. That type of thing.
I can only apologise to anyone who's listening.
Oh, speaking of apologies, last week I laid heavily into Barry Norman and said some things that weren't true, and I'd like to just rectify. He didn't have a pickled egg empire. He had a pickled onion empire, which makes him an even bigger cunt. I mean, good God. I feel bad because I shouldn't have brought eggs into it.
Okay.
Eggs are wonderful people.
Right. We're getting off the point.
I don't care. I just needed to say it.
Okay.
He had a pickled onion empire. Disgusting. Anyway, The Shallows. Blake Lively is a controversial figure these days in a way that she was not when this film was made.
Well, she's married to Ryan Reynolds, who can be a bit.
He's apparently a controversial figure as well now.
Yeah. But he'd done Buried, hadn't he?
He had done Buried,
so she wanted...
you and I both enjoy.
Yes.
We saw it in the cinema, didn't we?
We did.
Do you know what's really good about Buried? We saw Buried on a really, really big screen. And even though, because of the size of the screen dictates the size of the room, but even though we were in a big screen, big room, many seats, huge screen, that film still did a really good job of making me feel like I was in that box with him.
Claustrophobic.
Even though tons of space around us.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a good job that film did. But we're not talking about Buried. But she obviously saw that and went, well, dickhead, I want some of that. I want to basically hold my own on screen and have like peril. And fair play to her. She can handle it, and it's also quite. It's no pun intended, but it's a very different animal to Buried. It's obviously this is more wide open, but she's just as trapped.
Yes, but her film is a bit prettier. It is, and
Ryan Reynolds is a very pretty man.
Okay,
and the camera focuses on him a lot, but yeah, her locations. Oh
lovely.
My God, it's beautiful.
I don't think it's ever mentioned where it is.
No, possibly
she never finds out.
Possibly to keep people away from it.
Probably.
In real life.
Anyway, I think that so first problem or mistake was going to the beach alone. She does see some other surfers.
Yes.
And at some point she thinks, oh, they're going to nick my stuff, doesn't she?
Yes, but they're nice. They're nice people.
Nice.
Yeah. And then she finds a whale that has been killed, and it's been nibbled on.
Now, I would have thought that would have stank, so I would have thought that she would realise that was there before she actually was virtually sitting on top of it.
Yes, even open air, you would probably smell that.
Yeah.
So this great big female shark has had the whale,
Yeah, munching on the whale.
had a bit of a nibble, and then decided, I'm going to have me some of that Blake Lively.
No, I don't think that's real in real life. I know it's a film.
What's not real?
Well, like, it would have gorged itself silly, the shark, so it would have been full. And, like, usually when they're full, they don't bother hunting because, like,
Yes,
why bother?
that's fair enough.
But then...
Do you think it would have been better if the dead whale, had not been part of it?
I mean...
Because that whale really only exists for one point for her to climb on top of it.
Yeah, but then... Okay, I'm no expert, but I don't think that would have happened.
No, but that shark was a mean son of a bitch.
Yeah, and you give it personality, don't you?
And it did, yeah. It felt like... It actually genuinely felt like it wasn't attacking her for the meal. It felt like it was attacking her because it's a bad bastard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
I liked how cut up it all was.
Yeah, so she does get, like...
Yeah, she gets bitten in the leg.
Yeah, I was going to say nibbled on by the shark, but
Nibbled.
yeah. No,
That's
but,
because I was saying nibbled on with the whale, but...
But usually you think that it's like a big gash and
Yeah.
like patty legs missing, but this just seems to be like a bit of a...
It hasn't caught her as badly as it could have.
Yes. And so she crawls on a rock, her surfboard's gone. And
Yes.
then she's alone.
Yeah.
And...
Has to survive. Oh, and there's a thingy as well.
A what?
What's it called? It's like a bowie? A bowie? A boy?
A boy.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's a boy.
One of them
Things that float.
One of them tingling floaty jobs.
It's got a light on.
And a tingling.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
so
And then her only
yeah.
pal is a seagull.
I hate seagulls.
Yeah, I know. Once
Right.
again, but the seagull's got a knackered wing.
Yeah.
And she has to rest her, get it reset and get it back in working order.
But doesn't the seagull, like, because her leg's bleeding, doesn't it try and, like, nibble at her leg?
Maybe.
There's that word again.
But the seagull felt... I feel like the seagull was representative of her dead mother.
Okay. And so she fixed
Like her soul, like her mother's soul was in this seagull. Because it stayed with her. It kept her company. But then I remember you going, that arsehole's just going to waiting for her to die to
Yeah, and then
to eat.
peck out her eyes or something like that.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Another thing that I didn't really think was believable was that... So she's on this rock. She's been there for a few hours.
Uh-huh.
You'd be dehydrated at that point because you're in salty water. Like,
She seemed like she was.
yeah. But she tries to eat a crab.
Oh, she
And,
does.
and it's
yeah.
only been a few hours. And it's like... I know, like...
What if though she's like, oh, I could be here a long time. I best try this now, so I know when I get desperate, I can eat a crab.
Nah.
Well, just saying.
No.
She could. Well, try it now. You might like it. Because if she liked it, it'd be like, fucking hell. Well, I can stay here all night. Our daughter does not like sharks, and didn't want to watch this film.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, and really, really kicked up a fuss of the possibility that we were going to show it to her. And there was all kinds of noise and pomp about it, and like no, watch it, no. And she'd happily, she seems to like murderers at the moment, but can't deal with a shark. And I remember we were in a car park, we were walking through a car park and talking to her about it. And I said, look, we could stay in this car park all day and a shark's never going to come and get us. Never once. We could stay in this for the rest of our lives. We could stand in this car park and no shark will ever come and get us. We could stand here for a minute and a murderer could come and get us. Why are murderers more palatable than sharks? And she couldn't give me an answer.
I think it's because it's an animal and she doesn't want to believe animals are evil. And films make sharks seem evil.
Yeah. Because they're not. They're not.
No.
They're just trying to survive.
Yeah, just hunting.
Just nature.
Yeah.
But we got around. We got to watching it. So the boy had already watched Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, and he really liked those films, which I thought I was quite surprised about, actually, because Jaws, to me, Jaws is a masterpiece. I think that film is utterly incredible. It's amazing. no notes. I don't. And you know what? I won't even humour people that tell me the shark looks rubbish. It's like, no, I don't think it does. And you know what? Fuck you. I love it. I love Jaws. I think it's a just perfect film. And what makes it perfect is what I actually thought the boy wouldn't take to is it's the characters and it's the dialogue, and it's the fact the shark is there isn't what makes it amazing. It's beautifully shot. It's got fantastic characters, and when it's just the three of them on the boat and they're drunk and singing, or when Quint's telling the story about the USS Indianapolis, all that sort of stuff, it's like it's just beautifully written, performed, and shot, and it's marvelous. And I thought the boy would be bored by a lot of that because it's he's young. I don't remember how old he was when we watched it. He might have been. Well, he'd been 6. I think he was 6. But yeah, I think I was really surprised that he took to it.
Do you not think, though, that thanks to a popular... Is it a nursery song?
Oh!
Baby Shark?
Baby Shark.
Yeah, obviously, from a very young age.
Yeah, because the first few notes is the Jaws theme, isn't it? I wonder how much they had to pay for that.
Don't know.
No, I don't know.
But that was
Unless
on repeat a lot when they were younger.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe...
That's why he likes the idea of sharks more than... But
yeah,
because it was more his youth. I mean, she was young.
Yeah.
But he was younger when that hit. So he's more indoctrinated with Baby Shark.
So even though if a shark dies or if a shark attacks, I think it's that whole thing of, it's a shark.
It's still Daddy Shark. I can't sing it, can I?
No.
Maybe how much would I have to pay? I can say Daddy Shark. I just haven't to say it in music.
No.
So The Shallows has some bad language. It is a 15 certificate, and it has some bad language. I'll just she does say fuck you at one point, and she does say shit at one point. But it's not like it's every other line. It's not like Blues Brothers, where all the swearing that was in that, and it was used at the right points. Do you think, is this for... firstly, do you regret showing the kids The Shallows?
I don't regret showing them.
Okay.
I don't think it's for them as such.
No, well, it obviously isn't with its 15 certificate.
And if I'm brutally honest, I'm a bit tired of films making out the shark to be the bad guy when it's just they're in their natural habitat and,
Yes.
surfers come along and it's free for all.
To be fair, this film doesn't go down the route of the shark is just doing its job.
Yeah, it seems actively hunting.
Yeah, it does anthropomorphisize. There's the word.
Yeah.
It does. They do I mean, they're not wearing a little hat and going, I'm gonna get you, Blake. There's nothing like that. But that shark has character, and it feels like a targeted, vicious, it could go off and do something else, but it's chose to do this threat.
Yeah.
It's like if it were a film about a woman walking through an alleyway at night and a mugger has targeted her. It feels like that.
Yeah.
It feels like if that was the film, it would have the same attitude that this film does. And I agree. Even though Jaws, the film I've just said I love, Jaws is the reason. It is the template why these films go after sharks as like the villains. But I will say in defense of Jaws, a lot of people who watched Jaws when they were younger, who went on to study sharks because of Jaws, because I saw a big documentary about it where they were like, we love the film, but we wanted to go out and try and help sharks because of this film.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nobody can deny how good Jaws is. And you know what as well, because I did bring it up, I absolutely love Jaws 2 as well. It's a very different, once again, different animal to Jaws 1. It's sillier and it has no reason to exist. But I also really like Jaws 2.
Is that the one with Michael Caine?
No! No, I don't like that one. That's
one's that
Jaws 4, The Revenge.
Oh, right, okay.
But I will say, in Jaws 4's The Revenge defense, it does have cinema's greatest piece of dialogue in it.
Go ahead.
Michael Caine approaches Ellen Brody and has a dance with her. Then the son comes over and wants to cut in, and Michael Caine graciously stands aside and he goes, "The world would be a better place if more sons danced with their mothers." And I fucking...
That's clearly had an impact on you, hasn't it?
Well, there was a point at work where I kept misquoting it on purpose and kept saying, "The world would be a better place," and then insert more and more vulgar and horrific sentences afterwards. But I love that line, and it's the only reason. I'm glad that film exists for that one reason. But fucking hell, in Jaws 4, the fucking shark roars.
All right.
It's hit with like some kind of electrical pulses, and it comes out of the water and goes, "Roar!" It's like, it can't do that. I'm pretty sure sharks can't roar. Fucking ridiculous. But The Shallows, would you recommend it to other people who want to show their children that film? I can't imagine it ever comes up on anyone's radar, to be honest, but if someone asked you.
That is a difficult one.
My 8-year-old, my 9-year-old really likes sharks. Can they watch The Shallows?
Watch Jaws first, then make a decision. Because that is a better film.
Well, I mean, that's true, yeah. But they've already seen Jaws.
Okay, then...
And Jaws is a PG.
If they're into
sometimes
sharks,
a 12, depending on when you've watched it.
I mean, it's a survival film, isn't it?
Yes.
At the end of the day. And some things are, despite unbelievable, and yeah, you're rooting for Blake, but...
Yeah, I think she's
good. Or
good.
the seagull.
I think she's... I think she's good. I think she's charismatic, and I think she does hold the film. And I'm genuinely sad to learn of recent years that both her and her husband are considered unlikable.
Well, we can't really comment on that because we don't know them.
No, but it's what's been said.
Yeah, okay.
And I genuinely, I was sad about it when I found out that that's how people felt about them, because I was like, oh, I really like both of them. I thought they were both very charismatic. And you know what? I hope that is the case. I hope that it's not that. But, you know, I don't want to also defend wrong-uns.
No. But The Shallows has had a remake.
Oh, it had it's an Asian remake, isn't it? But it's very badly rated.
I think the rating on IMDb is very, very low.
Yes.
So, no, this is The Shallows from 2016.
Yeah.
Just to be sure. To be sure.
I don't believe people would have made that mistake. Firstly, I reckon there's a great many folk who have probably seen this film and forgotten it even exists. Never mind are aware of an Asian remake.
Can I ask why you wanted to show the kids this?
Because it was on BBC iPlayer.
And that's the whole reason.
Yeah, because and I just remember I like it. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good film, and I remembered enjoying it in the cinema, and I remember it being very tense, and I was a bit edge of my seat sometimes, and I thought, and as well as that, I actually forgot it was a 15. Not that matters, because we've shown them 15s, but I thought it was a 12A, and I thought, that'll be fine. And then when I watched it, it became more and more apparent that it couldn't possibly be a 12A. But that doesn't matter. That does not matter. I mean, last week we showed on Blues Brothers. You know, it does not matter. But it was on. Mm-hmm. And there was an opportune, and it's not a film I would own. So the fact it was there and it was on, and I was like, well, just get it off iPlayer whilst it's still available. Let's try and get it watched.
Is there a chance it was edited?
No, not at all. Not if it was downloaded off iPlayer. Plus, you know, I remember it.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in it where I thought, oh, that's been chopped. You know, it was fine. It was intact. It
Yeah.
wouldn't. It would not be edited if it was on iPlayer. I know there was that bullshit with Big, but Big wasn't on iPlayer. That was part of ITV. So yeah, there's not a chance. Not a fucking chance. So do you know what? Fuck it. I would recommend it. I would say if your kids enjoy that sort of thing, yeah, show them that. You not so much.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one
Okay.
because
But Jaws is better.
Jaws is better, and it's just another film
Jaws 2 is better.
that it's hard to say It's hard to say that you've not seen it before in some shape or form.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And as I said, Jaws is better.
Yes, but Jaws doesn't have that survival element until the end, I suppose.
If your teenager's going travelling, it maybe is a cautionary tale to like stick with your people when you go to a beach and stuff and know where you're going and not go off on your own.
Always go with a buddy.
Yeah, that's
the message.
That's
the message this week. Always go with a buddy.
Because if a mate was there, she'd be like, "All right," and like she'd probably sun herself on the beach and just let Blake go surfing and.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Well, who knows?
Who can possibly say?
That's a different film.
The script writers, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I enjoyed it. I would recommend. Did you enjoy it at least?
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Lovely. Well, let's leave it there then.
Yes. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.